Hey guys, and welcome back to You Know What It Is. You've always known what this is. You've always known who I am. Talvin. Hey, how are you doing? It's been a while, I know that, and it's been a moment before I could sit down and actually get it all out and let you guys know what I've been catching up on, because I've just been living my life and enjoying every moment without this whole social media thing, which I think is fantastic because it gives everyone a platform. But also you need to know what reality is, and reality is all of this. Reality is a big part of who I am. What you see is what you get. Just listen. Anyone could vouch for me in saying that. Right? But anyway, let's get started. How was your Christmas? How was your New Year? I know we're way beyond that when I brought this video out, which is now. But you know what? At the end of the day, I think I had to embrace it. But how was your Christmas and New Year? I didn't go out for New Year's. I had a very nice Christmas. It was with family. And whilst me and family don't always see eye to eye, I got a bunch of younger brothers and sisters, and a very strong single mom. But it was nice to have the family dynamics over that season, because not everybody can, not everybody could, not everyone wanted to, even if they could. So I'm very grateful for that. And yeah, mine was fine. New Year's I didn't go out, couldn't afford it really, to be honest, but also the weather's been atrocious. Yeah, so Christmas was good. I couldn't wait for the new year to start. Now it's started, I'm ready to take it on. There's so many things this year that I need to be getting on with that has been prepped from last year, actually, bear in mind. And yeah, a lot of people are really feeling the lows of the season gone and stuff, and charging towards a direction they don't know. What kind of journey are you on? I'd like to say that my journey for this year is definitely just to live day by day, because when we're in the moment, we need to remember that yesterday is gone and tomorrow is not here yet. So we've got to embrace and enjoy the moments because they matter. So if someone tries to tell you that you're unhappy or how you're feeling, just let them know how you're feeling, and sometimes check yourself. Is that the reality of how you're feeling? You might be feeling great, but you're used to a low mood. So make your moments great, because there is a tiny amount of positive when there's a lot of bad. And there's always a 50-50, so positivity can always win. It's just that the circumstances can be so dire. Yeah, and before the conversation starts, I know you guys have seen me with my stubble. I was growing it out. I was thinking, you know what, new start, I want this whole new kind of look. And I was even thinking of getting laced beards to put it on, to put on to sort of replica a beard, because I couldn't be asked to grow it out. But then, lo and behold, as I started to, everyone was loving it. Everyone liked Talvin with the stubble, you feel me? But at the end of the day, not only was it itching me, and then I got over that. When I looked up the hygiene requirements, I thought to myself, hell to the hell no. No way am I drying out my skin just for a beard when I've prepped myself for so long. And on top of that, beards are more inclined to get dirty, so you need to... No. I like my routine, I like what I'm doing. And if I need a beard, I'll get one anytime. I'm all man, you feel me? Yeah, and sometimes you got to, when you're going through stuff and things have been successful and things have gone the way that you want it to, you have to step back and take an analyzation of what's going on. Because if you just keep going, thinking you're like some Mario person hitting these boxes and something good's going to be coming out. Just like in Mario, I don't play that much, many people I know do. When you hit one of those boxes, hold on, what happens? You don't get exactly the prize that you need, is it? So you have to step back to see how you're playing your own game. Really, for real, and be in the moment when you're doing stuff. Enjoy yourself, take time out to do you, treat you good. Remember, look after you, because you use these hands, you use this mouth, you move these feet. You move these feet, you are the engine that drives your forces wherever they're directing. So don't be stupid to neglect that. You know what I mean? And like this year, it's all started. Everyone's messaging me, I'm cutting off this person, I'm cutting off that person, I'm starting anew. I've heard that from so many people. Excuse me, I need water. I've heard that from so many people, but at the end of the day, not everyone that I've spoken to has a direction. They're just trying something new. There's something that's always been with you, that will always be with you, that you need to head in direction of, because that will be the thing that will be your solace and comfortability and will work for you. Don't go too hard against yourself. Be proud of what you are, who you are, but also know where you're going and where you're coming from. That has to be a factor. But has to be a real factor, you know what I'm saying? Okay, anyway, I have changed my reaction to people. Whilst I've always thought, okay, then I can act this way. I'm normally hit the right mark because I'm a people person, people pleaser. So have been my generational family on either side, mum's side and dad's side. So I was raised that way, but also you need to know yourself, because whilst that's all good, I also need to at some point not say anything, not react. And if I'm feeling I'm gonna upset someone by being myself, just keep away, step away, because I don't want anyone to hinder my vibe, let alone me theirs. That will always be there. But at the same time, when I'm with people and I'm feeling like they're draining my energy, I will candidly and politely let you know that it actually really is, and I don't like it, and I need to get some space from you right now. But you have a moment to do you. Come back when you're correct. That you're not going to affect my happiness. Hell no. So I step away in the mid-conversation without, you normally stand there and you listen to what someone's got to say and your brain's going elsewhere. You're thinking of things you really want to be thinking or speaking about or doing, and this is just draining you. Stop all of that. Don't work. Not good. Not good on anybody. Not good on the other person you're speaking to, and not good on you. Nah. That's one of the things I'm bringing into 2024, though I did start in 2023. And being successful is demanding better choices for yourself. In fact, the success, and that could be getting out of bed in the morning, it urges you to brush your teeth, wash your face, speak to people, interact. Once you start interacting with people, you want to do the prior things, looking after yourself, maintaining, because you don't want anybody to be coming close to you and be like, oh, the rejection. You're trying to pull people into you at this point. That's what you're really trying to do. Yes. Yeah. You've had enough of downtime. You've had that moment. But yeah, it urges you better choices. Getting a good job, you need better clothes. Work related, if you're working in a restaurant, you need an apron. You know, where you head towards that will better yourself, will definitely push you in a better direction of choices. And somebody actually mentioned to me saying, oh, I'm going to wait till I'm making £1 million and all the rest of it. Start reaching above there when you need the routine and structure, first of all, in your own life, like, and all that stuff, to then move on, to then want more and do more. Do you know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? You can't exactly sit and think, okay, one day I'm going to be a king. You need to put on your crown first. You know what I'm saying? Yo, don't be a fool. And like I said, new year, new start, and it's empowering because I have plans, and most of us as men especially, walk around, or people with a lost cause in general, men or women, could walk around feeling like, oh, I've got 1,000,000 years to get this done and that and the third, but still cry about it the next day. That's not 1,000,000 years later, is it? And yet you've got 1,000,000 years to wait? No, and you're still moaning now. No, change it over. Do the priority things, which starts with you today, and then everything else will excel, and you'll attract what you really want and really desire, because you trying these different little things, not being yourself, attracts what you don't want. So don't complain, right? Yeah. So, and stop comparing yourself to other people, because you can only be the best of you. Like, I can only be the best Calvin. You can only be the best James, Lauren, John, Lauren, Nathan, Dominica, whoever your name is. You can be the best of you. You can never be the best of anyone else. You can bring the best out in other people, just like you get inspired by other people, but you can't be them and they can't be you. So don't waste your energy on none of that, for real. Now, I know that you may be attracted to somebody that's not like you. That's cool. Could be for the shape of their body, the hues of them skin, or just high intellect. Usually you connect on intellect on equal terms, but it depends financially. But we won't go there, because money does have rulings, but not over everyone and human beings and everything. It just has ruling on things and possibilities, but know where you're going first before money comes into any form of a factor for anything, for anyone. Anywho, manage your stress levels. Find out what your triggers are before you're pushing yourself in directions that you can't manage them, because then you want to blame everyone else, and that happens a lot. Or you end up in a situation where you take everything internally and everything's your fault, and you can't do this, you can't do that anymore. And it's okay to have those moments, but put a bloody timer for your grievance so you can get over it, or if you're really grieving over something serious like loss, painful stuff you really can't control at the moment, reach out. Someone needs to have an understanding that you don't know your timer because something traumatic just happened, but your aim is not to be sad and down, but you just can't help that. That's understandable, right? Right? Of course it is. You just need a hand to hold, or someone to love you and cuddle you. Or tell you, come on, it's time to move on. Yo. Yeah, so this is a new year. I don't believe in resolutions and stuff. New Year's revelations. Forgot the word. Well, New Year plans, because just like the Monday, call the New Year the Monday. You need to, from the Friday, the starting of the weekend, know where you're going. By the Saturday, try it out, wind down with it. Do you know what I'm saying? The Sunday, you kind of, I get it. Then you put it into practice from the Monday, and that week's not going to be perfect, but at least you've started. And I feel like I'm starting my new year. I'm ready for the bad. I accept that there's bad and good, because there's going to be both. It's how I'm going to be through those processes. And the traumaticness of each impact, whether good or bad, I'm going to try and sustain a consistency of it will be okay. And it is okay. You should adopt the same for you in your life. That makes you comfortable enough and soothed enough to move. So I also want to mention, what is friendship? Is it conditional? No. Yes. Yes. No. Yes. Of course, friendship is conditional. We all gain something out of connections and relationships we have with others, family members, people we choose around us, whether love interest or friendships or both. We have a way of demanding what we want anyway, so be confident in it, because it comes out in some ways. If you're underconfident, it will come out in a ridiculously, embarrassingly passivistic kind of way that will be annoying, or you will demand it too much to the point where you don't need any more and you're draining somebody or others, or preventing other people from moving forward. Do you get what I mean? Friendship is conditional. You got to know the conditions, terms and conditions, and like I always say to everyone for everything, I say to everyone for everything, put your cards on the table, your 1, 2, 3, 4s and 5s. Someone can play with theirs, and you might like my 1, I might hate your 2, you might absolutely think my 4 is disgusting, but I think your 5 is pretty great. And if we have enough numbers and colours and card factors to put together, we can play, or you can play with somebody else. Really? And that makes it better, because this world is big enough for all of us to have a platform and a playground, and we all want enjoyment out of what we do, and we all can't change everybody's beliefs, things, ways and whatever. Just navigate with the company that you keep, which represents you. It actually does. And relationship wise, do I want a fantasy or a reality? Reality is, I gotta know what I want, and I gotta stop living in the fairy tale land. Though I think it's good for some people to still want to believe that concept, and if you do, get with somebody who does. Don't look for a prince that's gonna chop down roses to get to you. He needs to know that there are thorns, and maybe they're your thorns. Don't look for a prince that's gonna chop down roses to get to you. He needs to know that there are thorns, and maybe they're your thorns. Maybe it's your garden that you set that in. Maybe it's your tower you're locked in. Maybe it's not. Either way, learn to go down the stairs and weed your own garden and get out of there. And make a pathway for the prince or the princess. Because, you know, some women like to come through charging too. And some men like to sit in a tower. For real. So I know how I give love now, and I know how I want it. I'm not killing myself trying to get it. It comes along, it comes along. But right now, I have loves in all the people that I interact with, off the street to not Buckingham Palace. Hello, Royal Majesties. No, to anyone of different calibers or different range in their life circumstances. I love you all. And hey, I love the interactions. I love to be surprised. I like to be surprised, because I don't like to be right all the time, because I'm not. But we all like to think we are. Keep an open mind. Welcome back to Talvin Talks. Welcome back to Talvin Talks. And I love you. And keep up the good work. Success can be getting out of your bed, like I said. playing around in your mum's living room in poo like Drop Dead Fred.